You ever notice how some women walk into dating like royalty, even though they haven't earned the throne? Watch what happens when that crown meets a man who doesn't bow. Because the moment she faces a man with boundaries, standards, and self-respect, her entire reality starts to glitch. Some modern women expect royal treatment simply for existing. Not for kindness, not for loyalty, not for effort, just for showing up. But everything changes when she meets a man who isn't moved by entitlement. A man who won't chase, won't beg, and won't entertain disrespect, not even for a second. Suddenly, her usual tricks stop working. The manipulation fails. The demands fall flat. And the attention she's addicted to, gone. That's when the panic hits. Because for the first time in a long time, she's standing in front of a man she can't control. And that is her biggest fear. Let me break down exactly what happens when entitlement meets strength. First, her confidence turns into confusion. She expects a reaction, a compliment, a chase. He gives her silence and calmness. She thinks she's the main character, but he's not in her movie. And suddenly, she has no script. Next, her beauty stops working. She's used to beauty being her superpower. But a real man is not impressed by looks alone. He wants character, respect, a real partnership, not a princess demanding tribute. When beauty fails, her whole strategy collapses. Then, she tries more manipulation. The emotional tests get stronger. The passive-aggressive comments get sharper. She knows she's losing control, but he doesn't flinch. He doesn't react, doesn't play. Nothing scares an entitled woman more than a man who won't engage in her chaos. Finally, reality hits hard. She realizes something she never expected. I'm not the prize here. This is the moment her worldview shatters. Because men with value, men with respect, men with emotional control, they're rare, and she knows it. A real man doesn't argue or attack. He simply says, "This doesn't work for me," and walks away. That one sentence does more damage than any insult, because accountability is her biggest enemy. And she suddenly understands, you can team manipulate a man who is unafraid to lose you. So here's the truth. Entitled women crumble when they face a real man because he forces them to confront who they really are. Not a queen, not a prize, just a person who has to earn what she wants. For the first time, she actually has to work for a man's respect. That's why they panic. That's why they lash out. And that's why a real man always wins without lifting a finger. If you've ever seen entitlement collapse in real time, drop a comment below and tell me the wildest moment you've witnessed. Let's talk about it.